Hey everybody, Tab Nation here at it again. My name is Tom Beach, and today I'm going to be talking about how to kind of automate motivation, I guess is kind of the best way to say it. During these times, where a lot of us are kind of locked at home with COVID, there's definitely a need for motivation out there with our mental health and whatnot. And I've seen a lot of people ask like questions on my channel about motivations. I had talked about it in one of my videos long ago. Had people ask like, oh, how do you use AutoHotkeys as a motivational tool? So I figured I should probably get around to actually showing you how to do that. So what I did here, let's go ahead and start looking at the code, is I just created a program here. I'm just calling it Motivate, and it's basically a random event generator. And yeah, I'll kind of explain some of the events here in a little bit, but let's kind of show you how it begins here. So we can ignore this description I have up here, just because we're going to actually talk about it. So the first section I have here is basically my setup. Set the timers and change my settings. So I got the basic kind of stuff here. Working directory, no environment, single instance, forced, your basic run-of-the-mill settings there. And then later in my script, I am using these variables for some stuff that you'll see. And I just need them to start at 0 because they're going to be doing a count for me. So we'll see how those are going to affect our script here in a bit. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm setting up a random number between, 2 hours and 4 hours. Oh yeah, I put the notes there. Got that right. Obviously you can change this. The reason I put a random here for my timer is because, with the motivational thing, I don't want you to really know when the random event, hence the name random in the name, is coming. So basically it's just going to happen between 2 and 4 hours. We don't know when it's going to happen. I think that makes it a little bit more fun, more exciting, I guess you could say. And then we're just going to use whatever number it picked to create my timer that's going to look for the handler random thing. I'm not very creative with my variable names here a lot of the times. I'm just making like super simple scripts here and kind of moving on. I am going to go ahead and change this though for this video because I don't feel like sitting here waiting for 2 to 4 hours for this to go off. So we'll do 20 to 30 seconds for this video. Alright, so once that between 20 and 30 seconds number is picked, it's going to jump down to this handler. And we're going to do a few little checks here. So we're going to grab the hour here, which is a built-in variable, which is just a_hour. And that's just going to get what hour it currently is. Now the reason I'm setting this up is I'm thinking of kind of using this more towards like a work environment during the day. Obviously, there's no purpose in this script really going off in the middle of the night when you're not at your computer. So it's basically just doing a check. Is it between the time of 10 and I guess that's 24 hours, so I don't really need that. But we're going to leave it there because it is a little late during my recording. So I want to make sure it does go off. So just change these to, what hours you want this to go off. If you're working an 8 to 5 job, just change this, 8 to 5. Well, in military time there, basically a 24-hour clock. The next thing I'm going to do is, well, let's just make sure I'm actually, even though I'm working, at my desk, at my computer. So it's just checking my idle time. Another built-in variable that I've actually never used before, so this is my first time using it, so that's kind of cool. And that's just a_time idle. What that's really doing is it's checking when was the last time you used either your mouse or your keyboard. So even though like your monitor's still active, it needs input from either your mouse or keyboard to be considered you to be active. And I just did make sure I've been at my computer in the last 50 seconds. Maybe I'm on my lunch break or I'm in the meeting. I don't want this going off in the middle of that. So I mean, you can get rid of this that way if you want to come back to your desk and have like a nice little like, oh, hey, there's this little random event that I need to do. I might as well do it right now that I'm just getting back to my desk. Just delete this if you want. So if everything equals true, it's during my work hours, I actively using my computer, we're going to jump down to go to user there. Once again, I'm not very creative with my names here. Alright, so here's where we're going to start kind of looking to do our random events. So we need to pick which random event we're going to do. We're doing things happen. That's kind of that variable up here where I had it set at 0. We're using a counter just to, count. So it's going to hit 1. Next time it goes off, it's going to hit 2. And the reason I really added this is I only want it going off like so many times in a day. I don't really want it going off like, 8 times in a day, depending on how you set up your settings, especially now that I have it at 20 to 30 seconds. So if things happen 3 times, we're going to go ahead, reset to 0, just because it's going to get ready for the next day. And we're just going to get a message box that says, congrats on maxing out today. Good job. And then we're just going to sleep. I just put a huge sleep in there, so there's really not all these ifs going off until the next following day. So just a way to kind of help idle the script a little bit since you kind of maxed out for the day. So let's say, I'm on my first roundabout there. It's time for an event. We're going to pick a random number between 1 and 9, just because 9 is currently how many things I have for events. So obviously you can add more. Actually, if you guys have any ideas on what would be some cool random events that you think would be great for like motivational, based off what I kind of show you, definitely hit me in the comments up below. I want to expand on this just because I think being more random would just add so much more, fun variety to the script versus, after a few days of using this, you're going to start really seeing a lot of repeats on the random events. Some of them you might like, but, it'd be nice to kind of be a little bit more surprised on what's going to happen. So if the random number that I picked up there, or the script picked, is 1, we're going to do a message box. We're using number 4 here, which is basically just a yes and no message box with the buttons. And the reason why you'll see here in a second of why I'm using yes and no keys. And it's going to say hi to someone on Teams and tell them a random fact about yourself. We're just doing a line break here just to make the message box look a little nicer. And then it's saying, did you do this? And that's where that yes and no are coming into play. So the reason I kind of did this was, maybe you get one you just really don't want to do. You don't have the time to do it. You can just push no, I didn't do it, kind of like a way to skip it. And that's just going to come down here to message box no. And it's just going to pick a random timer to start going off again for the next random event. If you do complete the task and you push yes, we're going to increase your total for the day there, which oh no, yeah, that's right. Total done today. So this is kind of like a point system, so you can see like if you want to keep score on like how many random events you're completing in the week or in the day. This is kind of counting how many ones you've actually completed. And then once again, we're just going to set up a new random timer for the next random event to occur a few hours later. So I'm going to kind of run through a lot of these because they're all about the same. I'll just kind of read what it is, but as far as functionality goes, they're pretty much the same. There's like one other one that's a little different I'll explain. This one is stare away from your screen. A rule I've always heard about, working with computers all day is the 30-30-30 rule. Every 30 seconds, look 30 feet away from your screen. Or sorry, every 30 minutes, look 30 feet away from your screen for 30 seconds. There, got it right that time. And this is just to rest your eyes. Once again, did you do this? Yes or no? Same functionality. Here's my favorite one. Dad jokes. I'm a dad, so I guess I have to like these, right? So with the dad jokes, we're just doing a little bit different here. This is number 3, if that random number picked is 3. Here we're doing a file read. I originally tried to make this so it pulls from a website, and that was just kind of a little, it didn't work the way I wanted. This way it ended up being a lot easier, where I found a website with like 100 random dad jokes, and I literally just copied them and paste them into a text file here. And I'll include this text file in the description below or with a link to it in case you guys want to use it or just want to read through them. Why not? While you're watching the video, brush up on some dad jokes. So kind of just running through this real quick, what we're doing is we're doing like a quick, we're creating an object, a loop. The reason we're doing the loop is we're breaking it up by line breaks in that text file. So in that text file, each line is a joke on its own. Then we're going to do like the loop the field here using the line break. Not really going to go too much into all the stuff right here with doing this because I've done other videos where I explain this kind of stuff into detail. So check those out for sure. If the length and clone and all that, basically we're just kind of going through this text file and picking a random line after we've broken them up into all individual variables, and then we're going to pick a random one right here. So length is just counting how many line breaks there were, so how many jokes there are. I think I did 100, I said. So then we're going to pick variable, a joke, either through 1 versus, you know, whatever that length was, which for right now is 100. So pick a random number between 1 and 100 and save it as R. Then we're just going to display a message box based off the remove at R. So just picking a random, whatever random variable we picked up here, and it's then going to display that text and display the joke. Maybe we'll get lucky and on this test it'll actually display the dad joke, or I can run it a few times till we get a hit. Once again, just count that you completed that, because that one obviously is just a message box with a joke, so there's really no activity to be done there, so it's pretty much an instant completion. And once again, start that timer all over again. Let's see, we got jumping jacks, you know, do 5 jumping jacks to get some movement going. Same functionality as most of them. Water chug, take a long sip of some water. You know, stay healthy. Healthy physically helps with mental health too, so they can be connected. Quick walk, go for a short walk in the hallway or, you know, wherever you want. You know, I might expand on this and say, like, go for a short walk without your phone, you know, just kind of aimlessly walk around for like a minute or two. It's always nice to kind of move around a little bit and just give your mind a rest. Clean your environment. I always hear stuff like, you know, a clean home is a happy home or whatever. So maybe a clean desk is a happy desk. I don't know. My desk is usually pretty spotless, so I don't know, maybe I would take this as a moment to maybe grab like a wipe or something and kind of dust the monitor or something, like the top part. Always gets dusty up there. Learn something new. This one I just kind of put like go to Wikipedia and just find something random to read about real quick. For me, I love doing this kind of stuff, just finding a random topic. Maybe look up an actor or a country and just get a brief history out of just curiosity for something. I think Wikipedia actually even has a button you can push that says like random article. So maybe I'll in here I'll include a way to press that random button automatically and just automatically pick a random article for you, save some time there. Since you might get pretty in depth in wanting to read this kind of stuff. PC clean, that's basically just like take a few minutes to clean out your Outlook email box, or you know, clean up the icons on your desktop. So yeah, and the last thing I got here is just F2 in case you want to see what your score is currently on how many things you've actually completed. So yeah, sorry about that. There was a lot of talking there with a lot of repetitive stuff, but I wanted to run through it so you guys see kind of what I'm looking for. I would definitely love to get some more ideas. You know, I only have 9 right now. I mean, I definitely want to like really jump into having like at least 30 random events in this. I think would be really great. All right, so let's go ahead and just real quick run that for ourselves. And I just got to remember where that is. I got so many scripts here. Oh, there it is. And so there's the dad jokes, you know, so these are just in both same place. Let me make sure I have no other scripts running. I don't. So I just went about running that. It's automatically going to start that timer. So like, you know, I'm just sitting here working. It should go off between 20 and 30 seconds here. So while we're waiting, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm always throwing out automation videos, mostly with AutoHotkeys. Sometimes I expand out into some other automation programming languages or tools that you can use for your job or just your personal life. And sometimes gaming. If you like gaming, AutoHotkey is very well known for gaming. Probably should have counted this in my head. Should be going off any second. As long as I didn't mess anything up with this timer here. Yeah, that's 20 to 30 seconds. I'm just anticipating it so much that it's not coming. So I can just go ahead and push F2. You can see like total points today 0 because I haven't completed anything yet. So it's running. I wonder if I did not save when I made that time change. I bet that's what it is. So it's probably still waiting for that 2 to 4 hours to go off right there. Alright, so I saved. Try that again. Just in case it doesn't want to go off. I don't want to waste your guys' time, so I'm making the time even shorter there. You can do it! What is going on here? I mean, it's running. Oops. 0 points today. I don't know why this is not going off. Bizarre. Alright. I'm going to pause this video and I'll be right back. Alright, I think I just realized I'm recording this video a little bit later than I planned. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to 24 hours. So that was the issue right there, it looks like, where I was just hitting the wrong hours. Is basically thought I wasn't working. So yeah, there's our issue. Plus, you know, I got to make sure I'm not hitting that. So it should go off here now between 10 seconds and 12 seconds. And there we go. So I just had the work, you know, are you currently working thing there completely wrong. So yeah, there we go. Take a few minutes to clean up your desk. Did you complete this? Let's say yes. You know, because I have that timer. So, oh, and there's a dad joke there. What's brown and sticky? A stick. That's pretty lame. That was a pretty bad one. And congrats on maxing out, because I completed 2 of them, I guess. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and please comment below. I need ideas for this. I want to expand. I want to hit 30. That is my goal here, to hit 30. I already got 9. Or if the 9 I already have, you think there's a way to make them even a little bit better, kind of like I was saying with that Wikipedia one, just having it automatically go to the website with a random article, definitely let me know. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. See you later.